Hello, welcome everyone, guys. Welcome to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing because on this channel we do a lot of academic tips videos and also lesson videos. So let's dive into the game. So today I just want to talk about this one thing, and I'll talk more about this also, but today I'm talking about it again. That is sleeping habits, guys. Sleeping habits. I've been emphasizing on this one in most of my videos. Sleeping habits, the one of the things that is affecting your university journey. Sleeping habits. So what's there is, when you're talking about sleeping habits, is you need to be sleeping and waking up at the time that is favoring your academic journey. Yeah, most of the students there, they say like they study overnight, they are zeroing, they are not sleeping, that and that. But today I want to tell you guys sleeping habits that are effective. So the first thing, first and for all, is your waking up time. Waking up time is the most important thing in university. So yeah, I know some people may say, okay, me, I sleep around 04, I sleep around 24, 23. Okay, we are going to forget about the time you go to bed. But now our focus is, what time do you wake up? So if you say, like, I wake up around 08 hours, I wake up around 09 hours, then I would advise you to adjust on the time you are sleeping in the evening. So the goal is to wake up as early as possible. So if you go to bed, you are going to bed at 4 hours, but you are waking up around 05 hours, there's no problem. That's a good thing. If you are going to bed around 23, but you're waking up around 05, 06, there's no problem. But what we don't want is you to wake up something like 07 hours. Because see this, in university, most of the time, the working time is the time the classes start is 07 hours. Now, if you wake up around 07 hours, what's going to happen? So this one, guys, I'm emphasizing on this one because I went through the same thing. There was a semester whereby I was always late, and the results weren't pleasing of that. I was always late. I wake up around 07 hours. I find the class. There is nothing good about it because as students, we usually tend to make things funny. I'm going to class late, what and what. There is nothing good about that. You need to be always ready for classes. Another thing also is, when you wake up early, you give yourself time to plan your day. I emphasize on this one in my videos. If you want things to go well in university, try planning. Yeah. So that is waking up time. Now, how do you make sure that you wake up early? So the first one is, go to bed as early as possible. Go to bed as early as possible. Now, you may find that the same thing of going to bed as early as possible. What do I mean? When it reaches 21, 22, if you have you should design you should know the time you wake up and the time what you sleep. So what you are going to find out is, when you know the time that you should study in a day, for example, it's 19 hours, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3 hours. The 22, you need to make sure 20, 23, you sleep. That's the case. Also, sometimes we tend to just waste evenings chatting with friends, chatting with roommates. At the end of the day, you waste your time of sleeping. So sleeping is very important. And now another thing about sleeping and waking up, the key is your mind. I'm telling you, right now I can sleep around 24:01, but still I'm going to wake up around 05. So the key is your mind. So what's there is, I noticed one thing about myself was, whenever I'm going to try to go to bed, that was around 22 hours, I'll fail to sleep. I'll be trying really to want to sleep, but at the end I was failing. At the end I would just grab my phone and start doing maybe watching a movie so that it puts me to sleep. That's a bad idea. If you are that person whereby for you to sleep you have to watch a movie, you have to be listening to an audio, that's a bad idea. You need to, when you go to your bed, it's just some few minutes, you sleep. For me, I had this challenge. I was working on it for 2 weeks, and the results were pleasing. Yeah. So the idea there is, you don't need to go to bed with a stressed mind. You're getting my point? The problem is going to bed with a stressed mind. So what's there is, when you finish studying around 21, there's one thing that I talked in my other videos of releasing stress. So it's either go in a shower, try to release that stress, try to meditate, so that when you go to bed, you are going with a free mind. The moment you go to bed with a heavy mind, you are going to wake up late. That's a key. So you need to design your days in a way that even if you sleep late, you wake up early. Yeah. So sleeping habits are very, very, very important. And one of the ways that you can solve sleeping habits is by what? By planning your days. The moment you just plan your days, everything, because you are seeing, like, you are seeing your future, you are planning your future. And for planning, whatever you plan, planning just gives good results, always gives results. So always in this video, I'm really emphasizing on what waking up as early as possible. There's nothing good about waking up late. Yeah, so I'll share more again about this same thing, because here I was just emphasizing on sleeping habits. But there are things that you should do, yeah, for you to be like myself right now. I'm really glad, I'm happy about in terms of waking up and sleeping. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because it will really help out the channel and other people who can watch, who can find this video helpful.